Nurturing the personality and the soul. Growth mindset picture stories for kids. Self-consciousness and responsibility. The Squirrel Brothers. One morning, the older squirrel and the younger squirrel helped their parents to dry the corn. Mother Squirrel said, "It's raining a lot these days. Don't let the corn get wet." When their parents had left, the older brother said, "I have to go to the place of my friend Yellow Squirrel to study. You take care of the corn, okay?" "Yes, brother," said the younger squirrel. As soon as the older brother had left, the younger squirrel ran outside to play. Dark clouds arrived at noon, and it looked as if it was going to rain. The older squirrel thought, "My brother is at home. He will take care of the corn." While playing, the younger squirrel also thought, "My older brother must have arrived back home." Because of this thinking, no one was home to care of the corn. The rain poured down. The corn got totally wet. When the squirrel's parents returned home, the two brothers blamed one another. The father squirrel told them, "You both must be responsible for your assigned work. You both must help each other and work together more responsibly to make sure this never happens again." The older squirrel and the younger squirrel apologized to their parents and told themselves that they must avoid making the same mistake again. When being assigned a job, you should not only rely on others, but ensure you fulfill your own responsibilities. Don't make the same mistake as the Squirrel Brothers in the story. Vocabulary: squirrel, corn, rain, dark clouds. Kittens go fishing. One morning, the mother cat said to her kittens, "Kitties, let's go fishing by the riverside. We will have a guest this afternoon." The kitten brothers went to the river bank. The older kitten said to the younger kitten, "I will fish on this part of the river bank, and you fish on the other part." While the younger kitten was fishing, a puppy passed by and called him to go play. The younger kitten ran off to play with the puppy. The older kitten sat down and fished for a while. The wind was so freshly cool that it made him feel sleepy. The older kitten thought, "My younger kitten can catch enough fish." So he laid his head on the tree stump and fell asleep. The younger kitten played until the afternoon and then ran to his brother. The older kitten was still sleeping. The younger kitten hurriedly woke his brother up. The older kitten sat down and fished for a while. The wind was so freshly cool that it made him feel sleepy. The older kitten thought, "My younger kitten can catch enough fish." So he laid his head on the tree stump and fell asleep. The younger kitten played until the afternoon and then ran to his brother. The older kitten was still sleeping. The younger kitten hurriedly woke his brother up. Looking at the two empty baskets, The two kittens were both sad and regretful and thought, "How can we tell our mother when we get home?" If the two kittens had focused on fishing and ignored playing or sleeping, they would have many fish to bring home for their mother. What lesson have you learned from this story, kids? Vocabulary: mother cat, older kitten, younger kitten, fish, puppy, tree stump, asleep, sad. A rock. A brown bear and a white bear were on their way to school. Suddenly, they saw a rock in the middle of the road. The brown bear said, "Why is a rock here? Whoever stumbles over it will fall and be in much pain." The white bear said, "We cannot move it because we will be late for school. Never mind, brother." The brown bear and the white bear passed by the rock and kept going to school. After a while, the brown bear stopped and said to the white bear, "Let's go back and push the rock to the side of the road. It will be very dangerous if someone stumbles over it." The two bears went back and pushed the rock to the side of the road. As soon as they finished, Miss Squirrel passed by. She smiled and said, "Thank you, kids. You're so cute and kind." It was not their responsibility, but the brown bear and the white bear still decided to push the rock to the side of the road to avoid danger to others. This action was very commendable, wasn't it, kids? Vocabulary: brown bear, white bear,